Why you don't need a rest day. If you're a beginner runner, going into an intermediate runner, going into an advanced runner, why rest days are actually holding you back. I've done 22 marathons in 3 years, 241 marathoner, training for my 750 miler. I'm currently doing 100 to 130 mile weeks with 0 rest days when it comes to running and strength. So I'm going to tell you what to do instead. So rest stops and kills momentum. Recovery keeps it going. It's just like life. The person with the most momentum that goes for the longest will always win. Same thing with running, same thing with getting better, getting fit. Now, what I mean by that is if you do not need a rest day, then keep active recovery. Just because you're not running means that you're not sitting on your ass. Just because you're not hitting chest doesn't mean you're not hitting back, right? There's things that we can do and be proactive to keep it going. Now, if you're a beginner runner, 4 or 5 days a week is going to be fine. I would not suggest 7, but on those 2 days or 3 days that you're not running, don't do nothing. You're losing momentum. Your body's not getting better. Do an active recovery day. This is shown by science to increase lactate clearance by 2 times faster than sitting on your ass and doing nothing. It also has shown to increase mitochondria. It helps your aerobic base a little bit more by cross training. And it also increases blood flow and nutrients to, yes, help you recover even if you're sore. So I do not take rest days. I take active recovery days. I don't believe in days off too because a lot of people are a little bit weak. And I hate to say it, but I'm very direct. And I was that fat, obese person that made every excuse for myself that said, I don't, my chest hurts. I can't breathe. I can't do this. No, I was being weak until I got to a point and I flipped the switch of looking up to people that I wanted to be like. I did not take a rest day until I got exactly what I wanted and I adjusted. Did it suck? Yeah. Am I happy I did it? 1,000%. It made me way stronger, way better. And from there, I was able to build a bigger foundation for me to go on and do all of these endurance races and stuff like that. Also, mentally, if you're a mental person that needs so much stimulation and you come from, let's say, trauma, a lot of runners get into running and are addicted to it because they have past addictions and trauma, right? So if you take a rest day, you could go mentally insane and not know what to do. But that's why active recovery of cycling, elliptical, doing something to keep your movement there and feel alive is more beneficial, not just physically because of blood flow recovery, but also mentally. Another reason people say they need rest days is because they're mentally worn out. I don't believe in that. They say, Justin, I can't run today. I can't? You just said you can't? You can't go for a 5 mile run and my mom can run 5 miles? You can't? Yes, you can. They said, no, I'm too worn out. Okay, what's your diet and nutrition like? They're not eating enough. They're not sleeping enough. So people are mentally worn out, not just when it comes to the gym or when it comes to actually fitness. They're mentally worn out from their job because they're not eating enough. They're not sleeping enough. They're not driven enough. Find that purpose, but also look at what you're eating, look at how much you're sleeping, and then from there, I can guarantee you that the worn out feeling will subside and you can do an active recovery day. You don't need a rest day to mentally get back into the game. Now, a lot of people need to strengthen their mind just like their muscles, and you do that by putting yourself through uncomfortable situations. From there, you will never get worn out, in my opinion. I've done multiple races where it shaped me forever and my mindset has been broken and it's been strengthened. You put yourself through these hard times and you come out on the other side mentally stronger, and it's a proven fact. So the rest days, when it comes to being mentally worn out, check all the areas of your life before you actually need a rest day. You only need a rest day, in my opinion, when you're injured or when you're actually sick with a fever. And then from there, you can adjust your training schedule, deload, and then reload, going into it a lot more positive because you just recovered from a super bad sickness or illness or an injury that doesn't allow you to cross train. So that's my take on rest days versus active recovery. Active recovery has shown to increase blood flow, which increases obviously recovery. When you recover, you can train harder and faster. It also increases your aerobic base doing your active recovery compared to sitting down and doing nothing. Now, do I believe in rest days? Yes, but only when you're sick with a fever, only when you're severely injured. And that's pretty much it. For me, I like to go and I have that mentality of do more, be more, become more. I understand that, yes, even if you're a beginner runner, you don't need rest days. Rest days from running, yes, of course, but rest days from doing something else in the gym like cross training, no, you don't need them. Same thing if you're an advanced runner. Advanced runners know this, and sometimes they need more stimulation because obviously you get to a point that you adapt, you adapt, you adapt. If you just stay here, let's just say at 90-mile weeks, your body's just going to stay there. It may not get any fitter. The only way to get fitter is if you jump up. So yeah, you have to raise the bar and stuff like that. But that's my take on rest days and everything like that. So drop a comment. I respond to all comments. A lot of people are not going to agree with me. That's fine. If you're a person that needs a rest day, I have nothing wrong with it. Do I believe in them for certain things? Yes. Do you need them all the time? Does every person need them? The answer is no. It is going to vary person by person based off of load, based off of lifestyle, based off of all of your other commitments. But if you want to be the best and you want to go the distance, that you better put in the work. And there's going to be some days that you need to sacrifice sitting on the couch and doing a hour recovery spin because that's going to be more beneficial for your muscles and everything. So that's my take on it. See what everyone else's take is, and I'm out of here.